Now I'm going to move to the side just so you can see that they are still interviewing witnesses. Take a look behind me here. You can see that these creek waters are getting a little bit too high. That's why the city is instituting these orange barricades. Everybody is thinking the same thing right now, and that is it's April. This weather just won't let up for us here in the Black Hills. Louisiana, Texas, Indiana. These are just some of the states that are already here for the 79th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. But wherever you're going across the city today, you're gonna grab one of these ballots, make a decision, and put it in this box here. Well, even after the city increased the release flow earlier this week, since the water lets out into Rapid Creek, people need to be cautious. A catastrophic explosion shaking the grounds, our cameras, and the lives of two families in a small Tilford neighborhood.
It is also my unfortunate duty to confirm that one firefighter has been killed as a result of their injuries fighting the fire.
In our Facebook Live video here, you can see the propane tank flying in the air. The reason for the firefighter's death.
It's just hard because you want to get home and find out how everyone's doing, and you can't get close to it because of the danger.
Firefighters were able to initiate an attack on the fire, requesting mutual aid from first responders all across the area.
They had one primary residence that was fully involved in fire, and they had a number of other outbuildings that were on fire, that were threatened by fire.
As neighbors get more bad news.
To hear that apparently one of the neighbors perished.
And wait to find out if this fire took one life or two. 81 years ago, a young man from Pierre began carving a mountain that would become a legacy for millions to see. Now at 98 years old, he's still using his hands to keep the memory of these faces alive. A celebration in Keystone for a living legend. Known for his hands and work on one of the world's most notable landmarks, Nick Clifford's the last carver of Mount Rushmore still standing.
Oh, Nick, you're too much. I'm happy that my health is good, and I plan on living quite a while yet.
Friends and family from all over came to celebrate Clifford's 98th birthday and his gift to the world.
And I have been in love with Mount Rushmore since I came here when I was 6. So the idea that I got to meet someone who created this mountain to me was just like I met a rock star.
With the help of his wife Carolyn of 45 years, Nick's still putting a dent in history.
He's been a wonderful man. He's very kind and generous and somewhat shy. You wouldn't know that since he's in the public, but he enjoys what he's doing a lot.
He and Carolyn are still involved with the National Memorial today, providing answers to the many questions people have about the legendary mountain.
Somebody else was going to write a book about Nick, and I just decided since I had the questions and Nick wrote out the answer, we just publish our own.
So his hands, his voice, and his heart are still moving this mountain.
I feel really good that all those people come and I get to talk to them and tell them the story about Mount Rushmore.
Nick Clifford's been the last living carver for 12 years and hopes to keep living many more. On a breakfast run at McDonald's one morning, I met an individual with a heart bigger than the Golden Arch. I'm sure many others have as they ride her way too. Here's her story.
Good morning.
If you've been through the drive-thru at Rapid City's Cleveland Street McDonald's, chances are you've met Cindy Dowick.
You? No, thank you.
The 62-year-old from Miami has worked for the company for 15 years and takes pride in making her customers' days.
They make me smile and I make them smile.
After being diagnosed with a malignant cervical ovarian cancer more than 6 years ago and given 3 to 6 months to live, it's those same customers she would lean on in her battle.
So I would look for the support through my drive-thru and I would ask them, can you pray for me, please?
In her window is where she met Holly Sortland, a pastor and now a close friend.
She just started telling me, she's like, I need as many prayers as I can get. And she told me that she had cancer. And so then every time I drive through the drive-thru, I'd ask her how she was doing.
Suitcase, big suitcase, little suitcase to mix up.
Now on her 7th trial of chemotherapy, Cindy has one final wish before she goes and reaches a point she can no longer work or travel. That's to return to Florida to be reunited with her daughters, meet grandchildren, grandchildren and to enjoy some real key lime pie for the first time. Sortland started a GoFundMe for Cindy that raised more than $4,000, with comments flowing from several of the people she's touched on that morning shift.
If I had everybody's address, I'd send postcards. But I will find the key lime pie, and I will be eating that on the way.
The big-hearted, full-of-life McDonald's lady says that drive-thru is her safe space, and she's grateful for the lives she's been able to touch. And next week, Cindy will fly high above those golden arches to get the most precious item on her menu, her family in Florida.